Good morning and welcome to ABS Breakfast News. My name is Theophilus Okoha. We have the headlines. Governor Obiano commends INEC for peaceful conduct of State Assembly election. Women urged to embrace family planning to promote healthy living. Former head of state Abubakar urges political party candidates and supporters to accept results of governorship and State Assembly elections. And on the foreign scene, a U.S. firm returns $400 million fund to Saudi Arabia over King Hazuki murder. We now bring you details. Governor Obiano has commended the peaceful conduct of the State Assembly election in the state. Governor Obiano, who arrived at his polling unit 001, Ameza Ward 1, Aguleri, Anambra East local government area with his wife, Ebele Chukwu, at exactly 45 minutes past 9, went straight and cast his vote. Addressing the media shortly after exercising his franchise, Governor Obiano thanks the citizenry, especially the youth, on protecting the votes to make sure they count. Let's join Ejika Bana for details.
Despite the poor turnout at the center, Governor Obiano expressed satisfaction at the number of persons he met on ground, saying that he hopes people would turn out in larger numbers in voting centers across the state. Afterwards, he described the process as fair while commending the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for the process.
This voting center is very peaceful and people are very anxious to vote. The queue is long. I hope it will be like that in all the polling booths. I encourage the youth to stay by, watch their votes counted, and also follow through to the collation centers and make sure that their vote counts.
At Otuocha Ward 1, Unit 001, with impressive turnout of voters, the Director of Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Chief Tony Lee, commended INEC, describing it as improvement when compared with what happened during the presidential and national assembly elections.
Yeah, so far so good, even though early in the morning we had a challenge of the card reader, but it has been rectified. Voting has started, and look back, you see the crowd. A lot of people came out today. I mean, it's quite an improvement, especially in the voter turnout. Like the previous one, there was a lot of voter apathy. We didn't know, but this is a great improvement.
On his part, at Mboko Public Square, Unit 007, Aguleri, the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Marcel Ifejiofo, said that voting materials arrived at exactly 8 a.m. and commended the conduct of the entire process.
There's an improvement, especially on the carrier, because we came and the time of starting, we started exactly 8 a.m. and we are moving onward.
From Aguleri, in Anambra East Council area, Ejike Abana, ABS News. For more reports on the election.
Thank you, Ejike Abana. Meanwhile, the State Deputy Governor, Dr. Nkemo Okeke, has commended the Anambra for their massive turnout at the State House of Assembly elections, despite the outcome of the February 23rd Presidential and National Assembly elections. The Deputy Governor gave the commendation in company of his wife, Lady Obi, shortly after voting at his polling unit 003, Uluekwu Primary School, Enugu, Ward 2, Njikoka local government area. On arrival with the Deputy Governor at some polling units, including Umuezu polling unit 005, Ward 3, Uluobo polling unit 001, Ward 1, Obago, Ulupaleke polling unit 009, Ward 3, Etitiawovo, polling unit 008, Ward 3, all in Enugu. It was observed that both accreditation and voting were in progress. Deputy Governor Okeke, who appreciated the professional disposition of the INEC officials, charged them to ensure transparency and credibility in the release of the election results, expressing hope that candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance (APGA) would triumph in the exercise. Some of the electorates who spoke to the ABS, including Engineer Daniel Ekene, Mrs. Echezona Udoka, Mr. Okechukwu Agbanu, Chin Okoye, among others, described the election as peaceful and appealed to the INEC to respect the mandate of the people.
The past is the past. This election is very crucial. We have returning officers who are going to be here to the end. Nobody's leaving until the results are announced.
Ndị INEC kwesị ihe ọbụla like onwe ndị ha zipụ ọlụ oge ndị ahụ njeche dị ọlụ wetara ha result ka ha si weje na the field ha lụọ ọlụ akwesị use that result ndị ahụ wetara ha wee mee ihe.
From Enugu Ukwu in Ejikoka local government area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
Away from election, the traditional ruler of Umuawolo in Oka South local government area, Igwe Joe Egwong, has applauded Governor Willie Obiano for approving the third phase of the Anambra Community Chooser Projects initiative. Reacting to the development at his palace in Umuawolo, Igwe Egwong said the initiative is the best way to encourage grassroots participation in governance. Let's join Ngozi Obileri for details.
He said that his community used the first and second tranches in constructing drainage and ensuring that the road from St. Joseph Catholic Church to Holy Cross Secondary School near permanent NYSC orientation camp is motorable. Igwe Gwonwu maintained that before the project was introduced, the road was in a very bad shape, stressing that his subjects and indeed every community will forever be grateful to the governor for the development.
Atụmatụ nka o bunyitere obodo Arinne ndị Umuawolo nwere nnukwu aṅụrị. Anyị mana Chukwu ya gọzi gọvanọ anyị. Ọ ga-enyere ya aka. Atụmatụ niile nke o bu n'uche na Chukwu ga-eme ka o mezuo ya na Anambra steeti. Arụ na-atọ nke afọrụnụ arụ o ji eme efe ịrịba ama na Anambra steeti.
Also speaking, Igwe said this was a practical way of ensuring that all the communities in Anambra State feel the presence of government, in addition to other projects, including roads, which the government is doing in the various communities. He explained the initiative allows local contractors to execute the projects that the communities chose using local labor, which boosts the local economies. Igwe said that Enugu community applied the funds of the first and second phases towards modernizing and transforming the town's civic center. Meanwhile, the President General of Nnokwa Progress Union, Sir Joseph Uchendo, has applauded the Anambra State government for being consistent in approval and release of funds for the 20 million naira Community Chooser Project initiative. According to the President General of Nnokwa, the second tranche was used for perimeter fencing around the civic center, provision of surface water tank and generating sets, as well as renovation of copper sludge at Community Secondary School, Nnokwa. Sir Uchendu, who is a member of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, ASATU, commended the state government for its readiness to move on to the third phase of the scheme, expressing optimism that most of the 179 communities in the state will become greatly transformed after execution of this third phase of the program. I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Women have been urging the need to take family planning seriously to promote the health of their families. The call was made during a one-day public enlightenment program held at the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital, Oka. Our correspondent Chidima Ikenyi was there and now reports.
Family planning is the decision taken by individual or couples on the number of children to have and when to have them in order to be able to care for the family needs. The Anambra State Family Planning Coordinator, Mrs. Stella Ekwozo, who enumerated the two classifications of family planning to include natural and artificial planning methods, said women should, as a matter of urgency, visit health care centers to know the best method good for them to avoid having children by chance. She said the ministry has also taken the message to different communities, health centers, media organizations, amongst others, in order to enlighten the masses. Delivering their lectures, the facilitators, Dr. Uju Okoye, and Mrs. Stella Chiejina, who spoke on ideal family and family as a mini society respectively, noted family to be a universal institution present in all cultures, calling on parents and children to embrace the qualities of ideal family, which includes love, patience, peace, among others, in shaping values and parent role balancing. Some of the participants, including Ijomi Kanyon and Tochku Oramal, appreciated the ministry for such orientation and promised to take the message to wherever they go. The advocacy training, which has its theme as Think Equal, Build Smart, Innovate for Change, was organized by the Anambra State Ministry of Health. From the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital, Oka, I am Chidemma Ikanyo reporting for ABS News.
Paul University, Oka, has held its 9th undergraduate and 23rd postulants matriculation ceremony with a charge on the matriculating students to show greater commitment towards academic success. Correspondent Valentine Mbadora filed a report taken from our studio. The auditorium of St. Paul's University was filled to capacity as over 200 matriculating students of both undergraduate and postulants are gathered on the occasion of the 9th undergraduate and 23rd postulants matriculation ceremony, which attracted the academia, captains of industry, friends of the university, members of the clergy, including the former Archbishop Province on the Niger Anglican Communion, and the pioneer proprietor of the institution, Archbishop Maxwell Anikwenwa, among other dignitaries. Addressing the large crowd, the proprietor of the institution, Most Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Chukuma, who restated their commitment towards upgrading the institution to international standard and to produce graduates that are sound both in character and learning, maintains that the general well-being of the institution, its staff and students are part of their primary objectives, and urged the matriculants to use the opportunity judiciously so as to leave the university better and well informed. He called on the parents and the friends of the institution to always support the university while assuring that the management will do its best to ensure that the institution advances.
The zeal of the council led by the Pro-Chancellor, I have no doubt that very new courses will be introduced very soon. Faculty of Education, Faculty of Law will soon come out. Be assured that when you pass from this university out, you have a very good start because people look at you as morally what? Sound.
In a remark, the founder of the institution and the former Archbishop Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, His Grace Archbishop Maxwell Anikwenwa, while thanking God for letting him see this year's matriculation, called on matriculants to be good ambassadors of Christ and also urged the staff of the institution to offer their best, notwithstanding the challenges facing the university, expressing optimism that future will be better.
And what we started, what was there before me, 1904, no higher institution east of the Niger other than Oka College. That was here. I wasn't born then. So it was a great privilege for me to be used by God as an instrument for bringing it back to a full university status. I'm grateful indeed to God Almighty.
Some of the matriculants in their reactions, including Chioma Ogwebu and Frank Onwujekwe, assured of greater commitment towards achieving their primary purpose of being there and to make their institution and families proud. You are still watching Breakfast News from ABS. We have another news. Former head of state Abubakar urges political party candidates and supporters to accept results of governorship and state assembly elections. And we also have news from the foreign desk. U.S. firm returns $400 million fund to Saudi Arabia over Khashoggi murder. Another rest of the news. Former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, has urged candidates and their supporters to accept the outcome of governorship and state House of Assembly election result in good faith. Abubakar described the election as peaceful and well organized, although with low turnout of voters compared to February 23 presidential and National Assembly elections that witnessed large turnout of voters. The former head of state commended the peaceful and orderly manner of electorates and urged them to continue to maintain peace and order. He appealed to the various political party supporters to celebrate the outcome of the elections in a careful manner without endangering their lives and that of the public. He, however, appealed to losers to accept defeat and channel their grievances in any appropriate way for peace and development of the country. Google has set out to empower 50,000 women in Nigeria and other African countries as part of its Women Will initiative. At an international women's empowerment event termed Balance for Better in Lagos, Google announced the launch of 18 new Women Will chapters across sub-Saharan Africa to drive conversations that promote gender equality for the benefit of everyone. Google Africa's brand and reputation lead Mojadoa Lua Akiremi Makande described Women Will as a Google initiative aimed to create economic opportunity for women everywhere so that they could grow and succeed. According to her, the program will help women to make the most of technology to build skills, get inspired, and connect with each other through training, events, and advocacy. United States Talent Agency Endeavor has returned a $400 million investment fund to Saudi Arabia and cancelled its contract with the kingdom over the murder of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The fund was given to the firm's chief, Errol Emanuel, during a high-profile Hollywood party last spring, which brought together Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Disney chief executive Robert Iger, and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, among others. The money was meant to fund the growth of endeavor and diversity the kingdom's economy, and diversify the kingdom's economy through the agency's work in various industries, including sports and film production. But following the murder of Khashoggi, the firm returned the fund, protesting the murder and effectively ending its relationship with Saudi Arabia. The move came after several international companies, including UBE and Goldman Sachs, cancelled plans to attend an investment conference in Saudi capital Riyadh in October last year. Now, sports story. Chelsea's two-window transfer ban will now be delayed while their appeal is heard, FIFA has confirmed. FIFA's disciplinary committee sanctioned Chelsea in relation to 29 cases where the Premier League club were found to have breached regulations relating to the international transfer and registration of players under the age of 18. Chelsea immediately said they categorically refute FIFA's claims and signaled they will appeal against the decision. Confirmation and appeal has been filed and made this week, and FIFA signaled the ban preventing Chelsea from registering players for 2 windows and will still stand while the appeal is heard. Barcelona were given a similar transfer ban in 2014, but the La Liga club made an appeal that pushed the punishment into the following year. But unless FIFA comes to a verdict on Chelsea appeal before the start of the 2029-2020 season, the club will be unable to register any new signings in the next window. Chelsea could also take their case to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. That's the news. But remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. Like us at www.facebook.com/ABSRadioTelevision. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. And now the main points of the news. Governor Obiano has commended INEC for peaceful conduct of State Assembly election. Women have been urged to embrace family planning to promote healthy living. Former head of state Abubakar has urged political party candidates and supporters to accept results of governorship and State Assembly elections. And on this foreign scene, we told you that U.S. firm has returned $400 million fund to Saudi Arabia over Khashoggi's murder. That's the end of the news. Well, thank you for watching. My name is Theophilus Okoha. Have a wonderful day ahead.